Here we are in sunny Wales for the last leg of the Pro Series for 2018. Back at the quarry here at Danny Darren. Many of you will not necessarily have seen this sort of level of sunlight and greenery from here before. That doesn't mean that it'll stay like this all weekend, but at the moment it's quite a pleasant place to be. You can see the guys just on the practice field. This will be a very different event to the last one. I mean, this place is hard when the weather is acceptable. It's proper hard with a bit of breeze, and there is never a calm day. We're talking about huge quarry wall that we shoot off and shoot back up and down to, along with cross slopes and the rest of it. The main area where we have some targets down there, but it's mainly just a practice area, and yeah, there's not a great deal of shelter, and the wind does whistle along the valley. So although it's quite nice and it's warm enough for it to be shirt sleeve weather, it's still windy when you go up on top of the quarry. And there are, for those who've watched before, and you'll see over this weekend, there are plenty of shots that involve going from the quarry floor up above the wall, and that brings its own very special. I don't know of anywhere else really that does it. Right, I'm here at Target 1 with Tim Gillingham, American, and a Wolves, Australian. This is your first time here. You've been here before. Went well for you last year, didn't it?
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. I mean, I kind of got it back and then I blew it, but you know, considering how far behind I was the first day, I felt pretty good with that.
But have you ever felt the need to shoot a target sitting down?
Yes.
Really? Is that a thing?
I mean, I shoot deer all the time sitting down.
This is, I mean, you've shot here obviously last year. It was horrible. I mean, it's like, this is hard when it's windy. It's hard when it's not windy.
Well, I mean, to me, that's the fun of it. To me, archery that's par archery is not fun. Par archery is not fun. You already know the predetermined score before you come out here. That's not fun.
But I mean, it's like what we're standing in here. This is hard enough. Sure. Target 1 before you get like it was, you know, because I mean, on top of everything else, you've got. I think it's very difficult for people to understand that when you shoot this particular target, the wind, you know, 2/3 of the way up there, suddenly your arrows.
Well, you have to learn to read the conditions for sure, no doubt.
Yeah.
But that, to me, I love that. I love that about this tournament, because you can focus on shooting. You can focus on trying to put every arrow in the dot without worrying about missing. You know, whereas other venues, if the conditions are dead perfect and the course is dead flat, there's a lot more worry about missing. I
mean, you've publicly said before about certain tournaments that obviously it's not a lot of fun for you. You're there going like, you know how many points you've got to drop to win this. You know,
like Vegas, one.
Well, and like sucks. Reading, and you know, you're there going.
It's not as much fun, no.
Have you any advice to? She is stand on a hill. She's very short. So
well, that means the wind's not going to blow around as much.
Yeah, but it also
she's anchored, stand wide.
But so have you got much experience of shooting? So you're off to the World Fields next week for Australia.
Yep, in Italy.
So that's why you've come here.
Yeah, just for a bit of experience.
I mean, feet to field will be very easy compared to this. It's a different skill set, but you're not going to be shooting little dots at anything more than 60 metres.
Yep.
And, you know. But have you shot any of the ISOs?
I've shot it once before.
So you have all the kit and the preparation?
No, it should be a great experience. I've heard it's a great course.
Well, we've had guys from your country over before. Did they really think when they found out you came to Wales, did they think that was a good place, you know, for 5'2", 7 stone ringing wet to start?
I did get some interesting questions about my decision, but hopefully I made the right decision.
You're American, you must know what it's like. 14 pounds.
No idea.
14 pounds. She weighs about the same as your leg.
I'm just trying to help her viewership here and understand what a stone is. Cause
we don't have stones in Australia.
You're about what, 40 kilograms?
That stone weighs about 4 pounds.
But no, it will be, I mean, and the weather is actually meant to be quite good over this weekend. But yes, you will never shoot, this particular course, you will never shoot anything as varied or difficult. You know, there's OTA out in America, but
awesome.
this is
a lot more arrows.
OPA, yeah,
Bit more
but
walking.
there's, OPA is different because there's a lot more on each arrow,
Yes.
and you're shooting at a target this big, and so your technical skill has to be refined to even a higher level.
Yeah.
I mean, we're sitting here and trying to hit a 4-inch dot at 65 yards, and there you got to hit a 1.5-inch
Yeah.
dot. So, yeah, but what I've learned training for this is the only event other than Belgium I went to once.
Yep.
But what I've learned training for this has taught me more about technical skill in archery for bow hunting and stuff than anything I've done. Because you have to really, the biggest key to winning this tournament is knowing where to set your sight.
Yes. Also, the fact that you're one of the few people who isn't tired by the end of the day does help. You're kind of fit in your old age.
I'm old.
You still go up that hill a lot quicker than I think she's 18 and was on her knees.
They don't make them like they used to, I guess.
No, but it is a huge trek task to shoot around
Yeah,
there, and
I mean,
it takes your focus
sure.
away a little.
Well, I mean, you just got to take your time. There's nobody's in a hurry. I mean, I tend to look at it as multitasking. I got elk season in 2 weeks, so I'm not in shape, so.
Well, I have no doubt that we'll see you on the top target, unless something strange happens. I kind of figure with you, it's either top target or there's a bow in the wall. So,
It's happened.
Yes.
I mean, I've shot 2 zeros here.
Yep.
Just set my sight, shot another one, or forgot to set my sight. I mean, to me, that's in field. I mean, one of the big things you got to do too is, and I learned this a long time ago shooting NFA field, is the biggest way you're going to screw yourself up is not shooting a target in order correctly.
Yep.
So you really got to approach the target with, and I say this may sound negative, but I approach it with what can I screw up here?
Yeah.
And if you just
Tick those
basically
boxes, then you're going to do it right.
I mean, you go up to a birdie and say, "What do you shoot? Z pattern birdies here?"
Yeah.
So if you go up to, and that's different because IFA is different, NFA is different, feet of field's different.
Yeah.
In the last feet of field I shot the wrong string of birdies.
They're what in your country?
We call them bug's eyes.
Bug's eyes
Bunnies.
in Australia.
Bunnies in real places.
So it's you really have to have a shot routine that is going to keep you from making those mistakes.
Yes. And that's very true for anywhere. But if it's a draining sort of day, you've got to stick with it. Well, as I say, I'll expect to see you. What do you want to achieve?
Not come last.
Excellent. It's good that you've travelled all the way around the world.
You need a new
Not
coach.
come last.
That's a horrible strategy.
No.
No.
Cool. Right. Well, have a good day. I'm
Thank
sure we'll
you.
speak to you tomorrow, and we'll hear you if we can't see you. I mean, that's pretty much how it works.
Yeah, well, you won't be able to see me.
No.
Everybody can't be quiet like Jesse. I mean, it would be a boring world.
It would. Have fun.
And so we'll be back tomorrow with the commentary starting bright and early, and we will bring you the film targets.